The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 is the final film in the Hunger Games series, and it stars Jennifer Lawrence, Josh Hutcherson, Liam Hemsworth, Woody Harrelson, Donald Sutherland, Philip Seymour Hoffman, and it's directed by Francis Lawrence. Well guys, it's finally here, the last Hunger Games, and I was excited to see this movie. As I've said before, I'm a fan of this series. Here's where a very close comparison could be made to the Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2. Because Part 1, there is a lot of the exploring, the journey, trying to find the Horcruxes, and then Part 2 is the giant battle at Hogwarts. With Mockingjay Part 1, that's the big exposition one. And here is the big battle inside the Capitol where they rebel and try to take down the government. While Harry Potter does that really well with Deathly Hallows, I don't think this one did as well. And a big reason is, Harry Potter, there was a lot going on in that book. Even in the first half, even in the Part 1 of Deathly Hallows, there's a lot of big action scenes and whatnot to keep the story going and keep the intensity up so that you aren't really fully bored. Whereas Hunger Games, there are action sequences, and I certainly wasn't bored, so I shouldn't even say that, but there wasn't as much going on, so there were times where it was like, this is just exposition and that's all it is. And so Hunger Games, I'll just stand by it. This should have just been 3 movies, not 4. We've seen the rebels fight now. We've seen little bits and pieces of the fighting. But here we finally get to see the big battle inside the Capitol. One big problem is we barely see the other rebels do anything. We see our main cast of characters going through the Capitol, going in the underground and all that stuff, which is great. I love that stuff. But I wish we saw more of the actual rebellion outside of that. However, we do get a lot of action, and the action we get is really fun to watch. I like the idea that the Capitol is using some of the stuff that would have been in the other Hunger Games to fight out these rebellions. Like they have this huge wave of oil that will instantly kill you if it gets over you, that follows them and they have to run from it and hide inside this building. That's a fun little sequence. It's really short, but it's still fun. There's a nice scene where they go into the sewers and they have these monsters come after them. Would have been nicer had it been something we'd seen before, like maybe the dog wolf things from the first Hunger Games. That would have been a nice little callback. Or even, I don't know, the fog from the second one. It would have been nice if they brought something else back. The one negative thing I'll say about the creatures in the sewers, they look more like they belong in Francis Lawrence's I Am Legend and not a Hunger Games movie. Beyond that, though, that's really the only negative as far as the action scenes go. It's really well shot, really well done. I enjoyed it. I got into it. So, yeah, the action here is really well done. Not quite as good as Catching Fire, but it is Francis Lawrence. He's still doing a good job here in this movie. Without saying names, although if you read the book, you will probably guess who I'm talking about here. There are 2 characters who die, one of which is very sad. Well, both of which, but one of which is really sad because I really like this character and it was sad to see them go. The other death, however, while really sad as well, was so rushed that honestly, I didn't even know what happened at first. I was waiting for like her to wake up and it be a dream because it was so rushed. It was just like this character's there and then they're dead. And that's it. And it's so bizarre. It's like, what happened there? I mean, it was still sad when I realized what had happened, but it was so rushed. I was like, whoa, wait, what? What? Oh, they're dead. That wasn't a dream. Oh, that sucks. I will say this movie, it's kind of a bittersweet ending to the series because it's not quite the happy, awesome, we won ending of Harry Potter. But it is a kind of bleak, but still happy enough ending to the Hunger Games series. And you know what? It is well done overall. It's got its problems. It would have been better if it had been 1 movie, I think, instead of splitting the last book up into 2 parts. But as it goes, it is nice to see. There are parts that are rushed. The pacing isn't always great. I wish they'd pace this movie a little better. If you're a fan of the Hunger Games series, if you've enjoyed the other movies, check this last one out. It is a good movie. I'm going to give this movie 4 out of 5 stars. So if you like this review, please like, comment, subscribe. See ya.